And welcome to TyeDye Android. We're going to be discussing the Note 8 and the Note 9. Yes, TyeDye Android is running dual notes this year. Here we go. So, we have the Note 9 and we have the Note 8. This is going to be a couple of short, quick videos. We're going to do a couple different topics, but I'm going to do a couple short ones here. So this is just the unboxing of, well, not really, because I still haven't opened up the box yet. But I got the Note 9. I have it all set up now with Samsung Home Experience and Nova Launcher. Nova Launcher will probably be my primary. I don't play with TouchWiz. Samsung Home Experience. Sorry about that. Quit changing the names. Maybe I won't have this problem in the future. But yeah. TouchWiz, Samsung Home Experience, it's a tease. It's a tease of a launcher. They give you 3/4 of what you could possibly do, and they leave you hanging. It's like, well, how about if I take this a step further? And they won't. And that's why I don't like that. They give you a little bit, and then they tease it. And then they also try to deviate from the new Android style, so they give it their own Samsung touch. And I'm sorry, I don't like doing the pages all the time. I like the way the Android is set up. You know, when I open up my app drawer and everything, I like the way that's set up. I think when I use Nova Launcher, I have 2 different options on how I get to my apps. With TouchWiz, I'm kind of limited, and I have to do it their way. And you gotta remember now, it's Samsung Android, it's not Android. That's why I don't like Samsung Home Experience, formerly known as TouchWiz. Just my opinions. You know, if you guys may like it, others may not. I'm saying this is just my opinion. So, that said, like I said, I got both devices all set up on both Nova and Samsung Home Experience. But I'm going to be using Nova for sure. The differences. Well, for one, the Note 9 is maybe a tad. I don't know. Let's take a look at my eyeball here. I'm gonna have to say about maybe a 1/16 of an inch thicker than the Note 8. And believe it or not, I like that little bit of a thickness. The Note 9 doesn't slip out of my hands. It's not as slick and thin like the Note 8 was. And it's maybe a few grams heavier than the Note 8. And that's because of the 300 extra milliamp hours. That's because of the 4K milliamp hour battery that the Note 9 has. And I've said this before, with the 300 milliamp hours difference when it was decreased from the Note 7, and the V20 I think was like 32, 33, and the Note 8 went up to 3700. I really couldn't tell that big of a difference, but I'll tell you what, going from 3700 milliamp hours to 4000 and a 9, I can definitely see that difference. So that's kind of a good thing. I mean, it's not much, but it's enough. lagging with the RAM. I really didn't see any of that with the 8 or the 9. And I've been with the 8 now for about 10 months. And I never had an issue with lagging with the RAM, clearing out the cache so it runs a little smoother. I never had a problem with that. So I'm not seeing a problem with that with the Note 9 at all either. Especially we got an extra 2 gigabytes of RAM, I believe, on that. So, and the chipset is pretty much the same. So overall, I'm loving the Note 9. Shinier, it's a little bit thicker. Feels like a device. I definitely know it's a powerhouse. But the Note 8 is also. There's no difference. So this will be the first time that TyeDye Android will be totally Samsung Android. But you know I'm going to work around that in the near future. That's going to be one of my next projects over here in the next winter, or this coming winter. Other than that, that's my take on the Note 9. The S Pen, like I said, there's a couple apps that I want to email and touch base with and see if we can get something going with the S Pen on that. So I'm going to be reaching out on a couple of my taping recording apps. I'm going to go and touch out to those companies as well, see what they can do for their programmers and their developers, because I'm not really all that good on that. So let's see what they can do on that. As of for right now, if you don't need to upgrade and you already have the Note 8, keep it. If you're a collector, well then I know what you're going to do. You're going to get the 8 and the 9. That's pretty much what I did. But if you need to, definitely get the Note 9. There ain't a better Android phone out there for a flagship right now in 2018. And I don't see a bigger future in 2019 as well, especially by the March releases. Maybe a different story will erupt after the Google I/O, but that's in a whole different ballpark. I'm going to end this conversation with the Note 9 and Note 8. We'll do another one here shortly. So, we're running Samsung 9, Note 9, and the Note 8 for 2019. So, like I said, there's more coming. So I'm going to stop here for now, and we're going to go into another video on a different topic. So, I'll let you go for now. Stay tuned, more to come. If you haven't, subscribe to TyeDye Android too.